Hi, my name is Mofolusade Sonaike. Welcome to the Kickassmums podcast. Today we're going to be talking about something that has been a major issue for many years. People argue as to which side of the divide is better. Is it better to be a career mom? Or is it better to run your business and be a stay-at-home mom? Anyway, we're not here to say one is better than the other. We're just going to highlight the pros and the cons of being on either side and the experiences with everything in between. And I have two amazing guests today who will be dissecting this from both sides of the divide. Welcome. Welcome back. So now I'll just be introducing my guests. Like I said, on my right, I have
Nnenna Fakoya, popularly known as Nnenna.
welcome. And on my left,
Olubukola Ashely, smooth eyes.
yeah, she's also a career mom. These guests, it's very important for them to be here because they have been on both sides. In fact, Bukola is someone who has gone and come back and gone. We're going to be talking about all of that. And Ashely now, she was there, she left, and she never went back. We're going to be talking about that. So I'll start with Nnenna. You know, the topic I was looking at is Nnenna is someone that is very, very focused, a FICO type. We met at an event when she was thinking of leaving her 9 to 5, and she had this beautiful plan, financial plan, 5-year, 10-year projection. How is that going?
You're not serious. It's not going well. It's not going well. First of all, thanks for having me here, right? I left my 9 to 5 because I was a young mom who wanted to spend more time with her family. Then I was thinking of starting my own business. Remember when you had that your Mumpreneur road show and you advised me, okay, this is what you should do. So I had a plan, right? I left my company because they were retrenching. 9 to 5. I've been there for 8 years, and they were going to give me plenty money in millions. So that was my first time being a millionaire after like 8 years working with them. So I had this plan, okay, fine, this one will go to mutual funds, this one will go to treasury bills, this one will be used for this and that. And after 3 years, the money finished, even the one in mutual funds and treasury bills. Why? Because life happens, right? But I think what I would have done, I would do better now if I had that situation. I will plan much better within my investment. Because right now, being a mompreneur, that's an entrepreneur, you don't have, your salary is not stable like a career job where you know that, okay, end of the month, I'm getting this amount, something's coming in. There are times you can make more money than your salary, and there are times you can be broke for like 2-3 months. And maybe that money that you have there is what you are managing to get another one.
Hold that thought. We'll talk about the financial part. So Bukola, for you, you came out and you decided, you saw it and you decided to go back. What informed your decision? Why did you decide to go back to?
Okay, I think let me start with saying that I'm very self-aware, right? I sat down one day when I was at home, a stay-at-home mom. Then I just realized there's too much energy. I can do so many things at the same time. Of course, I'm not comparing myself with everyone. I don't expect every mother to be like me, but my capacity is much. So I knew that just being an entrepreneur was not enough for me. I always want to feel like I'm doing something more. So I spoke to myself and said, and I'm into the brand and comms field. Space, okay. And I was just looking at a lot of advertisement, branding that was going on. I said, I know that this is something that I can do, and there's still so much more to give out there. So I just said, well, I'm going back. I'm going back.
And how has it been?
It's been good because that feeling of productivity matters to me a lot. I like to be productive, so it's been good. On one hand, you're feeling like your CV is not dormant because of the future. You don't know what the future holds for you. Your CV is not just there. So that's it for me. I just like the fact that there's a progression.
So for you, it was the productivity?
Yes,
that
productivity.
was
And then the capacity.
Okay.
I know I can do so much more, not just a business person. I like the idea of 9 to 5. Actually.
Interesting.
I'll
I'll pick up from there because, I know Ashely is someone that has done so much.
Really?
Since leaving. Oh, yeah, so you take these things for granted. Since leaving the 9 to 5 space,
Yes.
right?
Mm-hmm.
So how do you stay productive? Right? How have you managed to stay productive even after leaving the 9 to 5? I know you had this big plan and you've had to make changes along. Just tell us about that.
I think, like she said, she has energy. Mm-hmm. My brain doesn't stay in one place. My brain is always thinking of what to do, and I like thinking of creative ways to make things different. So I think that's what has kept me alive. Like today, I can say, okay, I'm doing a virtual summit. Tomorrow, I can say I'm doing a conference. Tomorrow, I'm saying, okay, I'm going to do a workshop. So I try to reinvent myself because I don't like monotonous life. I think that's one of the things I don't like about 9 to 5. True. I got bored. I was getting bored really bad. So for me, being an entrepreneur gives me that freedom to just think and be creative and to bring them to life.
I like that you said freedom. Because now we're going to be bursting the myths about either side. Okay? I hear people sometimes when they're about to resign, they say, look, I just want to be a boss of my own. I want to have more time for my children. I want this, I want that. What are the things that surprised you? What are the things that surprised you that you believed before you left your 9 to 5? And when you started your business, you're like, uh-oh.
I think what surprised me, like I said, I had big plans, right? My money was plenty. I believe that in the next 2-3 years, I'll be making my kind of salary, but maybe 3 more times every month. Lie! that was the reality check for me, and it took me 3 years to believe that, because what I do in my industry is not what everybody does. I'm in the tourism space. I'm not a tour broker. I'm not a travel agent. My field is different, and I didn't see people doing what I was doing. I do more of tourism promotion, and with that you have to be very creative. That's why I do summits, workshops, things that are different from what people do in tourism. So it took me time to find my space in that industry. So it was harder for me. If I was a tour operator or travel agent, I may have made my money the way I was when I was in my 9 to 5. But this was quite different. I had to find myself. So by the 3rd year, my money has finished. And I was trying to find out how to be making more money. So that was the reality check for me. That was the slap in your face that, leave your 9 to 5, you become a billionaire, you be the boss. Being boss is not easy. Being your own boss is not easy. Working for someone is not easy either, but being your own boss is not easy. So imagine if I had staff. So the way I work, I want more contracts. I don't do like your staff. If I have a project, I bring you on board, you work with me. So I was like, Nnenna, what if you had staff now? You have to be thinking how to pay these people, or you lay them off. So that was my reality check.
For you, what was your coming back to the 9 to 5? So that, the thing you had in your head about, I want to be more productive, I want to do more, I can do more. What was the reality check for you after going back? What are the things that you thought, okay, I'll be able to do this, and it didn't turn out that way?
Okay, let me take it from the positive part first of all. Okay. She talked about boredom, right? For me, I was bored being a stay-at-home mom. I was really bored. Like, I want to meet people. I just want to talk to people. So I was really bored at home. Like, you just wake up, the next thing you're going on Netflix. I'm like, no, I don't want to do this anymore. And so for some, like I said, self-awareness, I'm not that in control of my time. So I knew 9 to 5 would help me control my time. That's what I thought initially, actually. So, but going back, I realized that boredom, that was a major reason why I wanted to do something different, was eliminated. However, the reality check for me was that, I thought because I was working close to my house, Ikeja, I'm free. It's not like when I was working on the island. But it's not true. You have to take permission for everything. And I didn't like that. Like, I want to be in control of my time. Don't tell me when to go. Just let me do my job and go anywhere I want to go to. By 5, I just carry my bag. But it's not like that. Somebody's telling you, if you don't stay till 6, 7 p.m., you're not really productive. You're not really a good staff. No. So when I got in, I realized that it's not the same thing I was thinking. That because I'm working close to my house, I have all the time. There was no freedom. So that's it.
Now let's talk about the wise, okay? So like the people that the children that pushed us into making these choices. For you, what gives you the greatest joy? You know, what makes you happy? What keeps you going? What's that thing that you look at and say, you know what, at least this is it and it's working? What gives you that?
I open a door for my children when they come home.
Oh, that's so sweet.
No,
that's so sweet.
That is like
true.
Anytime I question Nnenna, who sent you? They're waking up and saying bye-bye, they kiss me goodnight or goodbye mom, I'm going to school. And the fact that when I open the door, the first thing they see is me. And they're like, hello mom. You saw me in the morning, but you say, hello mommy, and you're kissing me. That is I made the right choice.
You're tempting me right now.
Sorry, baby girl. Sorry. That's it.
So that's it. So for you,
that's it.
What's that thing that says, okay, yes, this is it. This is why I chose to do this.
To go back to 9 to 5.
Yes, to go back to 9 to 5.
Like I said, I was bored when I was stay-at-home mom. I'm not like you, like discovering I just want to stay in my space. I like my space a lot. So I don't really know how to discover things, go to Lekki, I don't know anywhere, I don't know anybody. I like my space a lot. But the fact that I have somewhere to go to and then we play in my office. You should see us. So we play.
That's
so
what I miss. That's what I miss. Play having people to talk with. Yeah.
So my mental health is back to where it should be. Because every time in the morning, it's not like there's no fun at home.
No.
But it's not as diverse like when you're in there. You play with these, go to somebody's deck, just slap the person's head, go back.
Or look for their trouble or steal their biscuits.
I'm very good with that. Okay. Yeah, so.
Well, since you've been talking, I've been trying to push you there, but since you are not going there, I will go there. How about, you've not really talked about finance, right?
Okay.
For some of us, I mean, the thing that makes us want to go back to 9 to 5 is when you're like, your account is red. Yeah. You don't know where so how does, every time you get that alert hits your account, at the end of the month, does it come to play? Is there anything, or, the flexibility, freedom to do things, you have the money, you don't have to think about it?
Thank you for taking us there, because the money part is actually very important. Very important. I like to feel like I want to buy Cold Stone ice cream. I can just go buy 2 different flavors. It wasn't like that. It wasn't like that when I was a stay-at-home mom. I have to be very considerate of how I'm spending. But now the fact that there's one money that I'm expecting every month, it just gives me that freedom to do, of which maybe that's what's making me add so much weight, because that freedom sometimes.
We'll talk about that.
Actually.
Lord have mercy.
Yeah.
Okay, so money. Let's talk money.
Ego.
How has that been? Finances, managing the tithes. You were saying that sometimes you make as much money as you used to make, even more. When you're in that, but sometimes maybe for months it's just quiet. There's nothing.
That's why did I leave my job?
Yeah.
I always have to remember that, because there are days I'm broke.
Yeah.
You just have 100 naira in your account.
Oh my God.
Right? And that's the day that you want to just buy pizza to eat with your children and you can't afford it. And I have to start asking my husband to give me money for, I'm a very independent woman. I'm the firstborn out of 4. So I'm used to being in charge. Then here I am, I'm a mom. I'm not making money like I want to, and I want to buy something. I have to go and ask my husband. I'm sorry. The independence in me is like, then I had money. I won't have to ask him. Yeah. So that happened. So that's why why did I leave my 9 to 5? I have to always remind myself then. But there are those days, of course. You know now. We cry for me. So that's why I envy sometimes you career moms, where I know that because you guys have a steady income, you can say, okay, I'm getting this amount. You can put this amount out for this. But we as entrepreneurs, sometimes we don't. Because sometimes our clients don't pay us on time.
True.
And that's thinking, you've done a job that's maybe 5 million, and your client may take like 3 months to pay you. I remember when I cheated him for 1 year just to give me 200k that was owing me out of the balance
in
he
1
gave
year,
me.
200k. If someone was owing you 200k last year,
yes,
today it is not 200k.
I know.
With the way Nigeria,
but guess what? He will tell you, madam, that's what I can give you. That's what we agreed on. So those are the issues about finances. But I'm looking forward to when the children leave my nest. which gradually we're getting there, where I can now have more of my freedom to chase more clients. And I think I'm seeing this season, and I'm saying this for women listening, see this season of being at home with your kids as a time for you to, this is the season for your children, right? And then while you're doing that, be building yourself, so that when you leave your nest, you have something to do with yourself. Because one of the reasons why our own mothers or aunties are like in that stage where they feel useless is because even while they were taking care of us, they were not developing.
Yeah.
So that's all I advise women in this period of waiting, as I call it. Just be building yourself. If you have made 100K, thank God that you made 100K. See how to manage it until the next one comes in. So yeah,
you said something that had, just brought a thought to my mind. I mean, if someone is listening to you, and a career mom, for instance, there's this mom guilt that comes with not being there. You talked about, she said she
opening the
that.
door for a
and then the
kid.
person sees me and they're hugging and kissing me.
I felt so bad, actually.
I know.
Exactly.
I know.
Every side has its own. So
True.
how do you manage that mom guilt? And how do you also try to make sure that you are there, that bond is there between you and your child, despite the fact that you have to go out to your 9 to 5, regularly and all of that?
Okay, so I think because I'm the second born, two of you are first daughters, right? I think there's a first daughter guilt that comes with, I want to be with I think so. My mom was like that. So second born, we have something about us that there's no guilt. There's no guilt. So what I'm telling myself, I just create a mental note. You went to school, you played with your friends, right? You've had a good day, you've met people. I've also gone to do my life. There's no guilt. There's guilt sometimes, right? But it's not like the first daughter kind of guilt.
I've never thought about it like
do you know my elder sister is like this? So when you guys were talking, I'm like,
my sister's always rolling eyes like, oh, you elder sisters. Like, what's wrong with people?
Because I'm always like, I need to.
So
especially now, in the world of today, you have all sorts of things that you see online where they say, oh, your children's mental health, oh, you don't want your children to be traumatized. We are walking on eggshells. Unlike, nowadays, that your children just go and play.
Go play
You
with
go out,
your
your
friends.
place,
Come
no
back
phone.
and
Your
gist
parents
me
don't
what happened.
But now you have to consider, are they doing sports activities? Are they doing... So how do you manage? Maybe for first daughters it's different.
I think it's different for you guys. I know a lot of first daughters like you.
Wow.
I know a lot of first daughters. And I'm like, so I have a friend doing research on it, and you see what I'm talking about.
So maybe it's mostly first daughters that resign and decide to stay at home because of that guilt. And then
it's not only first daughters. I know of people that know, but I think it's mostly like
daughters. Immediately you said you were a first daughter,
you like
there's something.
Girl. The energy.
Yeah.
And all of that.
I feel like it's coming back in the evening, just like I'm coming back. We are going to gist. We'll gist. He'll tell me everything. So that is enough for me to get back myself. You go again. I go again. We play. Then we come back. We'll be all right.
I like what she's saying.
I don't feel. I can travel for a week. I can travel for a week and say, okay, just enjoy yourself with the people you're with.
Wow.
But do you know, I like that thing they said. No, but she's right. I'm now learning how to. Let me just share a joke. My husband went for a trip, and my son was like, "When is Daddy coming back? When is Daddy coming back?" We had to do video call. At the point, he was even crying. I was like, when I called the call, I said, "Come, did you meet? When I travel like this, do you feel bad?" I said, "No, mommy, no, I'm used to you traveling." I said, Then the father can say, you need to be traveling more because this one that they cry that you travel. And I cry. So I had to make a mental note like, this is good for me. It's good. I wasn't feeling jealous. I was like, this is good because a time is coming that mom is going to have to spread her wings and fly. And I don't want you guys holding me back because give me mommy guilt and all that kind of things. So I like that thing. I say you can travel for 1 week and you know what?
And they'll be all right.
You'll be all right.
Speaking of which, it's true. I remember a time when I was still in the 9 to 5 space, I had to go for a job, and my son was still young then. And then I was the one sad, crying. Oh my son. Oh, my
Meanwhile,
son.
so having fun, right?
By the time I got there, I called. They would even be begging him to come to the phone.
Thank you. They will do shaka for you.
I was so sad. Like, see this boy that I was crying. So it's true. Your kids will be fine.
They'll be fine.
You'll be fine. I mean, someone says the most important thing is, make sure that they can talk to you.
Exactly.
True.
They're fed, they're okay.
Exactly.
And you put systems in
Sometimes
place.
it doesn't have to be a whole day, just an hour, like she said, of spending with them, asking them questions. They don't even want you. They just want to know that you're there.
I feel like my son gets bored of me sometimes. Because
They
we are
all
playing,
do.
especially maybe like a Saturday when we are together all day.
Yeah.
He's asking me wants to go and play with other people. So I'm asking myself, so what's the guilt for when I was in the office? Like, I'm not with you. You're happy without me.
They just need you like for
Yeah.
1 hour.
Exactly,
They're
just few
fine.
hours.
I think
So
they just
it's-
want to see you there. Like you were saying, sharing something before we went online about how your son. Why you say let's go back to 9
Go
to
back to
5?
9 to 5.
Please share that
Yes, let me
story.
share that story. So, of course, we all get to that point when you decide to be an entrepreneur as a mom, when it's dry, very dry. And at that time, I'd gone through a phase where it was, there's no money, nothing. I was frustrated. I said, I'm looking for a job. I'm going to dust my CV. I'm done. So I was looking very serious on the laptop that day, and my son is not used to see me. I mean, of course, as an entrepreneur, you get to, but this time he knew that Mom is up to something.
Wrong.
He was about 5 then, and he came and said, Mom, what are you doing? And I said, I'm applying for a job. And he said, so we will not see you in the morning, early in the morning again, and you'll be coming late. He said, please, Mommy, please don't do it. And I was shocked. I was like, he now ran, called his brothers, and those two came like, Mommy, what is this we are hearing? You are looking for a job. For what now? I said, people, I'm tired. I need money.
Because of you people. That's why I need money.
Because of people that are here.
gosh.
And it's so funny things kids notice. You don't even know.
They're watching us.
So we will not be seeing you. You will not be picking me. And I'm like, oh God.
I said that opening door, like just open. And they were excited to see me. I'm like, but you saw me this morning.
Yeah.
But that joy of seeing their faces, it can make me want to cry
so,
sometimes.
just God, we're not trying to say one is better than the other.
Actually.
Like I said, we're going to lay out the pros and the cons. And also being strong as a mom. Because, sometimes we carry guilt that we're the ones that is putting the guilt on ourselves.
Exactly.
Because sometimes they're really fine.
Yeah.
So far you have a relationship with them. But whichever side you choose, because we'll talk about mental health. You talked about that. For some, like Nnenna says, when she was in a 9 to 5, she was bored out of her mind. Me too, I'm not the type of person that is used to monotonous. I was losing it, And for you, at home,
I was
you
bored.
were bored.
So you see?
And then walk 9 to 5 is where you
see?
enjoy yourself.
So everybody has different.
Yeah.
So how do you, your mental health now, compared to when you were at work, how is your mental health?
At the beginning, it wasn't easy, because where I was working, I had a great boss, and she always made us feel at home. So I missed that communal meeting. And they say when you start as an entrepreneur, it's a lonely road. Thank God for people like Mofolusade who I could call. How many times did I cry to her? And she was like, don't worry, it's part of it. It wasn't easy, but I've got to the point where when COVID happened, I now saw that, Nnenna, you're doing well. Because I had moms calling me, how have you been doing this? That you've been staying at home and working from home?
Yes.
I got a lot of women, they called me. I got a lot of calls during that COVID period. You've been doing this for how many years? How are you coping with the children at home? And you're also building your business. So the mental health part is me finding what makes me happy and where I feel at peace. One of my favorite places is sitting on my table with my hot cup of cocoa, Rex crossed on my table, and I'm drinking. And I tell my kids, mommy's time, don't come to this room.
Don't come here.
So those small times where I'm just my own, or reading a book, or listening to music, I just had to find, now doing exercise, listen to podcasts that edify my soul. Those are the ways I've tried to manage my mental health. So you have to be intentional. Find out what works for you. So yeah, that has been my
amazing.
help.
So Bukola, for you, with the 9 to 5, how have you managed? I mean, compared to when you were at home, what are the things that keep you sane and happy?
Like I said, I look for trouble a lot.
Those colleagues are out and look for trouble. You don't see your face. I know that you're not in the office.
Slap your colleague's head.
I'm sure on days when I'm not at work, they'll come to my office and, oh, she's not around. Hey, I knew it. She's not around. By this time, should have come, carry my bag, put it somewhere. So that's how I keep myself sane. Just doing random things. I love a lot of random acts. Just doing different things.
Spontaneous acts.
Spontaneous. That's the word.
Wow.
Why people like us? We like structure.
I don't like structure. I like systems, but I don't like structure.
Comes people now.
Actually,
so
that's what makes us creative. Actually, yeah, true.
Okay, so if there's one thing you wish you knew before you left your job and decided to, go into this entrepreneurship, what's that thing? So there's someone out there who is thinking, because there are people who are in limbo. They will give you all sorts of advice. Don't worry. If you save so and so amount, you'll be all right. Or if you do this, so what are those things that you think you wish you knew before you left your 9 to 5?
There are many things, right?
Give it to
but
us.
let me just give a few that I know. The first one I'll tell is that Rome was not built in a day. So if you think that being an entrepreneur you save money, that you're going to become rich overnight. It's a lie.
A big lie.
Look at Facebook, Mark Zuckerberg. If you ask him, when he started the thing as a toy, just something for his school.
Yeah.
Now he's one of the billionaires. But before it took him time to become who he is today. Even Apple, if you read what's his name again? The Steve Jobs book. If you read the story, you now know that this guy did not just become rich. Everybody's now buying Apple. It takes time. So moms out there, I'm not saying you should not be a mompreneur. It's actually sweet because you're the boss of yourself. You have your freedom. Nobody's telling you when to come to the office or when not to come to the office. Give me that eye. But it takes time. And also see that phase as I'm building myself, but I'm spending time with my family. One of the reasons I left my 9 to 5, because my boss didn't want me to leave. He didn't want me to leave. He actually was, I said, don't sign Nnenna's paper. I had to go to his office one day. I busted it. I said, sir, I want to talk to you. When you come to work, how do you feel? He said he feels excited. I said, I come to work, I'm not excited anymore. I want to spend more time with my family. You know, my children are dirty. My daughter is not even 1 year old. And I want to build my own business. That's where I am now. I don't want to come to office. I don't find joy. The man looked at me. This man said he was in his 70s. I said, okay. That's how I left. And I don't regret it. I don't regret it. But I knew what I was looking for. So Rome was not built in a day. Being an entrepreneur is not easy.
It's not a walk in the park.
It's not a walk in the park. But if you know what you're doing and what you want, it's really fun. You agree to that?
I agree.
You agree to that?
Yeah,
it's really fun. Just that structure that I know I was trying to create, I couldn't create it because I didn't know how to manage my finances. That's the second thing. Find out how to manage your finances so that you do not get to that point where you're like, who sent me a message?
And you will still get to that point. Always, but you'll be all right. So, Bukola, tell us that thing that you wish you knew before you went back. You talked about weight.
Yeah.
maybe we should flesh that out a bit. So Bukola used to be a gym. We met in a gym. She used to be a gym rat when she was a stay-at-home.
Really?
Yes, she was a
And
gym
I was
rat.
size 10, 12 then.
No.
Now 9 to 5, no more gym, no more yoga, no more nothing. Size 14.
No.
So what are those things you wish you knew before you went into the 9 to 5? Went back. Because she came out, went back.
Came out
again.
Went
It was
back
very
again.
interesting.
That's reality.
I would say, like I said earlier, you are not in control of your time. So let's get that straight. So like she said, she has all the time to do what she wants. You're not in control of your time. I miss that part where I can just decide to drive to the island, just sit down, take a drink, then go back to the mainland. So you're not in control of your time.
Can do that.
Your Saturdays, okay. Your Saturdays are now for sleeping, which shouldn't be. You should go out. You should do so many things, right? So I wish I knew that I'm not in control of my time. Maybe I would have given it more consideration before going back. But it's still fun, like I said. It's helping me remind myself why I went into it in the first place. Yeah.
Like I was saying before, we choose your demons.
Yes.
True.
I mean, I love this conversation. It has been very rich. And I think what I'll take out of this, or what I'll leave with the viewers, is you have a choice. I mean, it's beautiful that we have someone who was there,
Came
out,
back,
went
back,
Came
came
out
back.
again. I went back.
So you have a choice. I like that you said, you're self-aware. Well, look where you are, evaluate, and see what works
For you.
If you're always in the office, like Nnenna said, she went to her boss and said, how do you feel when you come to the office? You're happy. I don't have that joy. It's not giving me joy. And that's why you choose. And then always keep your why in view. Whatever it is you choose to do, why are you doing it? And that will get you through. Because every side has its bad side, right?
No,
so when you're going through the bad sides, you
and she's
remember
making money
why
plenty
you
times.
chose
Me, I'm
it.
not making money plenty times.
Exactly. So thank you so much. And this conversation continues offline. Send us DMs. We'd love to read your comments, experiences, whatever it is, and we'll interact with you, okay? So thank you. Cheers. Bye. Thank you for listening to the Kickassmums podcast. I hope you got a thing or two that you'll be implementing in your life as a mom. That's one of the beautiful things that we love to do here. And this conversation continues offline. Follow us on Instagram at Kickassmumhq. Let's talk. I look forward to having a conversation with you. Cheers. Bye.